The Jeep brand, Mopar, and the FCA U.S. Product Design Office celebrated spring with their yearly trek to the Easter Jeep Safari in Moab, Utah, bringing along a half-dozen new Jeep concept vehicles. This marked the 51st year for the Easter Jeep Safari, a week-long event that's a highlight on the calendar for hardcore off-road enthusiasts enchanted by the natural beauty and some of the country's most challenging trails. Keeping true to the event's spirit, the Jeep concept vehicles tackled some of Moab's best-known trails, running alongside current and heritage Jeep off-roaders.
The idea was to put, well, not even a little bit, but a lot of hot rod into a sand-focused Jeep. We started with a two-door Wrangler, did something we've never done before, which is a staggered tire size. So the front tire diameter is 32 and the back is a 37, which sets up this crazy rake to it. Chopped the roof very, very hard, and then the whole thing is wrapped around. It's a Crate 392 HEMI engine that has a wild 8-stack induction system, headers spilling out the side. One of the neat features on the front, we've got a racing style, they call it a moon tank, small fuel tank. What it is actually inside of the tank is the winch. So we disguised it inside of this cool fuel tank on the front. The back, there's a parachute like drag racing, but inside the parachute is actually the coiled up, the recovery rope for the back. 2 fuel fillers. It's 2 seats only, no windows on the side. There's actually, the roof is open on it. It's just complete hot rod, show car, a lot of fun put into this one. It's loud, obnoxious, it's gonna be fast, and I think it's gonna be our crowd pleaser this year. It's wicked.
We started with a 4-door Wrangler, obviously, with a lift on it and some conceptual Mopar wheels and other parts throughout the vehicle. The half doors were something that I think we've talked about internally that we'd like to do. And I think where it really got special was the two-tone color. It has this Winchester gray and stone white color combination, which is just remarkable. It's literally a rolling Mopar catalog of all the parts that are currently available and all the thought that went into not only the aesthetics, but the function of the roof rack and the exoskeleton that goes along with that. And the interior is going to be really special, especially with the additional headroom and just the wide open space on the second row seat with the little windows at the top. It's really remarkable. It's a little bit more aggressive in its lift. I believe it's a 4-inch lift, 37-inch OD tires. So I think it's more specific. It's going to have a lot of appeal, but it's going to be more targeted to certain individuals that are, every minute of their day is an adventure. The Jeep Trailpass is based off of our all-new Jeep Compass, and it's a lightly modified Compass, but the thing that I really appreciate about the design theme is that I would say probably 80 to 90% of what you see on there is all available to the customer today as far as the production parts. From the exterior, I'll call it a hockey stripe that's on the body side, to the wheels, to the rack that's on the roof. All the different components that we show are truly Mopar production parts. The custom part of it is we put a mild lift on it. It's based off of a Trailhawk, which has already got a lift, and we've kind of enhanced that a little bit more with a conceptual lift kit on it. But albeit very mild. It's got a custom two-tone paint scheme on it, and then had some fun with the exterior color. We call it Pot of Gold. So it's a very Jeepy color. It's kind of a variation of a goldish / green color. It looks really cool. And that, in combination with the two-tone effect, really kind of set it off and give it a little bit more of a conceptual look. And then the last part of it is some of the orange accents that we did spread throughout the vehicle. So it's pretty nice. And then we gave it that unique name of Trailpass.
The inspiration for it really came from seeing families in four-door Wranglers. The idea behind this concept was to, with the doors on, how open can I get this vehicle? How much in touch with nature can I get? So the whole side of the vehicle is done in clear plastic, like our half doors. Top to bottom, completely see-through, all the way around the vehicle, and then the roof is done in not a transparent but a translucent plastic to allow light in. To the point where even the rear seats, we've taken them and tipped them outboard, so you're sort of seeing out the side of the vehicle a little bit more. Brought the front seats down. It's 4 bucket seats. It's up on a 35-inch tire, a 4-inch lift. So it'll have plenty of great off-road capabilities. The bumpers are trimmed front and back, and then the sides are what we call boat-sided, where the sill is actually chopped underneath. And a lot of space on the roof rack. It also has a drone that's attached to the roof, and it would be homed to the vehicle. And the whole roof rack is done as a water jet aluminum piece has these crazy cartoons that are in it from Moab cave paintings. So the entirety of the vehicle, again, is to just make it as nimble as possible, but to have complete visibility from the inside. And it really is focused on the kids in the back seat and amping up their experience in a Wrangler. 2017 is 25 years celebration of the first production Grand Cherokee in 1993. To celebrate that, we wanted to build a special Grand Cherokee, and we went shopping and found a 1993 ZJ Grand Cherokee. Not being around a 93 Grand Cherokee, the ZJ series, for so long, everybody is struck by how small the vehicle is. And we tried to take this vehicle and modernize it a little bit for the Easter Jeep Safari. So we've put it up on a 33-inch tire. We've extended the wheelbase on it a little bit, but the vibe is still 1993. If you don't know, a 93 Grand Cherokee has an 8-slot grille, right? We didn't get 7-slot reelage until 1996. So it's fun to point that out to people. They don't really realize that, because we say it all the time. Then the interior, we trimmed the interior really in a 1990s mood. So we left a lot of the stuff that was popular in the 90s, like the way the seats are trimmed. Even added an early 90s car telephone to it, and painted it in very 1990s colors. We lengthened the wheelbase, so we didn't have to put such an aggressive lift on the vehicle to clear the 33-inch tire. And then just trimmed up the ends of it. We brought the bumpers in tighter to the vehicle, really for off-road ground clearance or approach departure angle. It's just nice to go back to the origins of what has become a franchise for us, the Grand Cherokee, and see where it really began.